the new king of Afrobeat music, Professor Joe the Conscience himself. I'm back, and now we will talk about something that poisons our nations in Africa, and you people knows about, but you are keeping a very dangerous silence. The tribalism. If you see in a very big country like this, not only country people of president, they directing everything. How did they call them?
The tribalism.
I say, how did they call them? Oh,
The tribalism.
haha, the so-called national unity in danger. If you see in a very big nation like that, the great majority of civil servants are country people of this president. How did they call them?
The tribalism.
Tell me, my brother, how did they call them? Oh,
The tribalism.
if you see in a very big country like this, the great majority of militaries, policemen, gendarmes, the only country people of Mr. President, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
I say, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
If you see in a very great nation like that, the majority of general manager of state company, the country people of president, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
If you see in a very big country like this, the majority of governors, ministers, and ambassadors, the only country people of Mr. President, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
I say, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
If you see in a very big nation like that, the majority of tax controllers, the only country people of Mr. President, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
Give me the answer, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
If you see in a very big republic like this, in many administration, people that they talk na country talk of Mr. President, how did they call them?
The tribalism.
I say, how did they call them?
The tribalism. Tribalism na problem. Tribalism na trouble. Tribalism na confusion. Tribalism na war. Tribalism na problem. Tribalism na trouble. Tribalism na confusion. Tribalism na war.
Now which country this? Where the great majority of the ministers na country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the great majority of police and gendarmes na country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the majority of ambassadors na country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the majority of the tax controllers na country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the majority of the general in the army na country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the majority of the customs na only country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the majority of the soldiers in the army na country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the majority of treasurers na country people of Mr. President. Now which country this? Where the majority of the governors na country people of Mr. President. President. Now which country this? Where the great majority of the magistrate the country people of Mr. President. Mr. President, they just appoint not only his country people of president, they just appoint not only their country people. At the end, the country is totally colonialized by country people of Mr. President. Hey! Everywhere, not tribalism. In the police, not tribalism. In the gendarmerie, not tribalism. In the customs, not tribalism. In the presidency, not tribalism. In the ministries, not tribalism. In the army, not tribalism. In the university, not tribalism. In the toll gates, not tribalism. In the state company, not tribalism. In the justice, not tribalism. Everywhere, not tribalism. At left and right, not tribalism. Up and down, not tribalism. And those politicians have a fake speech, political speech, concern national unity and equally sharing of our riches.
Tribalism.